landfill in exchange for rate adjustments to residential waste collection, commercial waste collection, and landfill tipping fees. It's a win-win for everyone. Tell your Wayne County officials that you support this good neighbor plan today.
Save thousands over the life of your car loan with 0% financing on 2017 F-150s, plus $1,000 trade-in assistance at Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. No fake deals here. It's our summer savings event, and it won't last. Stop the search. Call Mike Birch.
0% with pre-credit dealer for details.
And good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you Monday morning. It is the 14th day of August. We do appreciate you tuning in. Looking for another hot, muggy day today in southeast Georgia. We did have that little cool spell there for summer in the 80s a week or so ago, but now we're back to the dog days of summer. Hot today of 92, heat index over 100, about 102, 40% chance of showers today and partly sunny. The autumn harbor level is at 6.4 feet and rising. Currently 76 degrees here in southeast Georgia. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, Jessup Heating Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, by Republic Services, and by Murphy Motor Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jessup, just down from the Big Red Caboose. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
That Big Red Caboose in downtown Jessup. You know, that's a nice thing down there. You know, people can go in there and tour around and just kind of make some, like a tourist attraction for Jessup.
It's another thing's being objected by the tree. You can't see it anymore.
Oh, you can't see it anymore? Time to trim the tree? There goes another tree.
I used to be able to see the whole caboose.
Yeah.
Now you go by, you can barely see the
Barely see it? Yeah. Maybe it gives shade on it.
Big
Because you
old
know,
tree in front of it, so.
You know how those steel train cars are. They get hot.
It's like the courthouse. You couldn't see the courthouse, or couldn't see the flagpole. So
Couldn't see the flagpole, yeah.
really couldn't see the courthouse, and now that there's those trees down, you can see the courthouse. I mean, you drive by, you see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing, the caboose. Next time you drive by, see if you can see the caboose.
You see the caboose, huh?
Barely.
Barely. Maybe it should provide some great shade on it. I don't know, Bob. It was great when I, pull out of the post. I go to the post office in the mornings, and then when I pull out of it, I go down Walnut. And the view there is just so nice for a small town. I mean, you go down there, and you got the new sheriff's department on the left-hand side there, and you got the, renovated courthouse. We're talking about several years now, but still, it looks really good. Look across the tracks, you got the rail pavilion there where people can look at the trains coming back and forth. And then you got the arch. You can see the arch and the fountain and the new renovated, when I say new, several years, the train depot. And then, of course, Walnut Street itself on the other side of the tracks being renovated. That's a nice sight. I mean, you don't see, in small towns sometimes it just kind of goes downhill. But the work that the city of Jessup and the county of Wayne have been doing in that area is just really, really nice. Just a great view. If you ever leave the post office and look down Walnut, that's a very pleasant, good-looking sight.
I like the things they've added to the city. It's on the post. They got the city of Jessup with the arch and
the banners.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So the city of Jessup with city manager Mike Dill and Mike, of course, being the Downtown Development Authority director there, along with the entire staff there of the city of Jessup, doing a great job of making our small town look absolutely fantastic. And, of course, they're doing those renovations on North Macon Street there, working on that. I know it's a little trouble for folks to get in and out of those businesses right now, but give it a few weeks and it'll be another area of downtown Jessup that has been renovated. And of course, the Williamsons just renovated the area where Crawford's Jewelers and David's Clothing and Blue Technical and all that place is down through there. So it's good to see. It's good to see that. All right, remember, folks, if you ever have any questions or comments on the during the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, you can text us. We're talking, so we can't answer the phone. You can text us at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. You can text questions or comments here during the world-famous Butch and Bob Show or just about any other time. All right, what does it say? Why is the fountain water blue? Did you say blue? Yeah, blue. Well, probably because the fountain inside of it's probably painted blue. Yeah, the water's going to look whatever the color of the fountain is inside.
Yeah, replace the water being.
I didn't know, being blue when it shoots up.
That's your Saturday sugar and spice and salt, I think.
Yeah, the only time I know they ever color it is in October during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They'll have an event down there and they'll put the pink in there, and then that just dissipates real quickly. But I didn't know the water itself coming up into the air was blue, but perhaps maybe the concrete inside is blue. It's like a pool. You look inside of a pool, most pools have that blue liner inside of it, or blue, or the concrete that's painted blue, so the water looks blue. So, I don't know. But it's it's just good looking downtown. Downtown area, Jessup's getting better looking all the time. And, of course, that attracts folks from out of town. It makes it more a better idea for a person to open a small business in downtown Jessup, because they know they're going to be in an area that looks good and folks are going to come to and shop.
A lot of people come from other areas.
Yeah, we got a lot of unique gift shops in downtown Jessup, which brings folks in.
Didn't realize they didn't have a Walmart in Glenville. Met some ladies, went to the movie Saturday afternoon, met these two ladies from Glenville. They said they come because there's not nothing to do in Glenville.
Nothing to do in Glenville, so they come to Jessup, huh?
They were impressed with the Strand Cinema.
Oh, yeah, the Strand is something else, folks. Folks, if you want to see the movie the best, go to the Strand.
They were asking me what the best food is there. I told them you can't go wrong with any of the food.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Have you sampled quite a bit of it there, Bob, watching movies there at Strand?
I said, I'm just a creature of habit. See, I get one thing, and when I like it, I just continually get the same thing.
I'm kind of the same way. If I go somewhere, it's the same.
Yeah. Get that grilled cheese sandwich with the tomato soup. So that's just basically the same I order.
You order the same thing every time you go. You don't venture out. You're a creature. We know that you're a creature of habit.
I am a creature of habit.
Yes, you are.
My whole week's, I go to the same place every day. So.
Oh, you do? You have a place every day?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have a coffee place that you go to in the morning when you leave the station?
Yeah,
okay.
McDonald's, yeah.
Okay, you go to McDonald's and hang out with the folks, and you get the latest inside news there.
That's where you get all the news, right. They've got all the news down there.
Okay, somebody just texted in a picture of the fountain. Yeah, the water's blue, Bob. See? Up in the air, it's blue. I guess maybe that's just to make it look pleasant. You can actually see it.
It looks pretty.
It looks pretty, when you got water just going up in the air and it's clear, you really can't see it. If it's got a color into it, then you can see it.
Maybe somebody will text in and tell us why. If not, I'll ask Mike.
Yeah. Well, I think it looks great. I think it looks absolutely great because
what color do they want it to be?
Yeah. If water just came up by itself, of course it'd be clear. But if you've got a dye in it like that, then you can actually see the water being shot up in the air better. See? Somebody just took a picture of it from inside their vehicle. I hope they weren't moving.
It looks nice.
No, they're in the parking lot there. It's over their dash through their hood there. Yeah, it looks nice.
I just didn't, and I said I ate sugar and spice Saturday morning for breakfast. I didn't notice it.
You see something every day.
I just didn't pay attention.
You don't pay attention to. If you see something every day, you really don't pay attention to it. But I think the blue looks great. And you can actually see the water instead of just being clear. Have you ever been to the fountain in downtown Jacksonville, right there next to the river?
Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. Water, yeah, it's great.
Yeah. When I grew up in Jacksonville from the time...
shops down there, a lot of good restaurants down there.
Yeah, a lot of good shops.
Yeah,
a lot of you. Well, the landing's changed some, but the fountain's on the other side of the river. And growing up in Jacksonville, I lived there from the time that I was a baby until age 14. And that's when we moved to Jessup in 1968. We used to go there, Dad and Mom and, my sister and two stepbrothers. We used to go there ever so often, maybe 2 or 3 times a year because it was free. And it was very nice. I mean, you get down there and they got the different colors, lights, and it would shoot up and, change different colors and different patterns and stuff like that. Plus they had a ramp walkway that you could go up and stand above the fountain if you wanted to, and of course look over the river toward downtown Jacksonville.
Christmas time's a nice place to be. It's decorated very nice for Christmas.
Yeah. Always enjoyed the Christmas decorations in downtown Jacksonville. I guess they still do that. I haven't been to downtown Jacksonville in a long time at Christmas. When I was growing up there, it was always beautiful. My grandmother lived in downtown Jacksonville, and of course we'd go visit her ever so often, and it was a pleasant walk driving through there. And so I don't know why the fountain's blue, but it looks good. It looks good. The fountain looks good. You got the fountain right there. You got the arch around it. You got the train depot right next to it with the meeting room, the tourism board, Sugar and Spice right to the left over there with the best donuts in the world. And, of course, their big cinnamon rolls are to die for.
It's just been a great addition to the city. I said when they had Leadership Wayne come, or Leadership Georgia come down there, there were a lot of comments. They had that street dance down there, right there on the corner in front of the fountain. A lot of people made comments about how they enjoyed the fountain. So a lot of people took pictures. So it's just been a great addition to the city.
Wonder if you could get it to shoot up gold and black, gold and white, for our first football game. I don't know if that's possible, but
just probably run off the road. She's like, I don't know. She hasn't even answered why the water's blue yet.
Yeah, well, but I'm glad it's got a color, and of course that light blue, makes it look very pleasant. Green and blues are relaxing colors. The yellows, the reds, the oranges are not.
Like I said, in October they always have that.
The passion color.
In October they have that ceremony, like I said, where they paint the fountain for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But that's the only time I remember them doing it. Changing the color. They make it pink.
Yeah, they make it pink. I've been down there for a couple of those ceremonies where they make it pink for October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I'm not sure if they made it green for St. Patrick's Day or not.
I don't remember making it green. They had the St. Patrick's Day thing on Walnut Street, so maybe they did. I went down there, but I don't remember seeing. I didn't look over the. Where did that go? We'll get to that question in just a moment, but I got another one first here. Appreciate y'all sending in the questions and comments this morning. You can text them to us at 912-427-3711. Our main studio and business line is text enabled, 912-427-3711. We had a text that came in, and then it just disappeared. So I'm having to go to the Zip Whip site here where we get our text messages in and see if I can get to it. Somebody wanted to know who will be and the second question that came in was, who do you think will be our biggest competition in the region? Of course, we all know who that is, but
Ware County.
Ware County.
Yeah, I told you that. The region championship will be the one we play Ware at home. That'll be for the region championship. Both teams will be undefeated in region play, and we'll play for the region title.
Play for the region title, and one will be seeded 1 in the state playoffs, and one will be seeded 2 in the state playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's the one that disappeared but now came back up. It says, this is Brian Mansfield, Recreation Director in Odom. We've had Brian on the world-famous Butch and Bob show several times. If you don't mind, and we don't mind at all because we love putting these community announcements on the radio, if you don't mind, please announce about, it just disappeared again. Here we go. This is Brian Mansfield, Recreation Together in Odom, the Recreation Director in Odom. Can you please announce a concert coming up into Odom, and tickets are on sale at the Odom City Hall. Only 300 tickets are being sold, and they're selling fast. And so they've got a little bit of country and a little bit of rock and roll coming to the city of Odom. The Odom Recreation Department is putting this on as a fundraiser. And if my eyes were better, I could read it. Let's see if I can get it bigger. That's a little bit bigger. So there's a concert coming to the city of Odom, to the Recreation Department. And let's see here. It's being sponsored by Georgia Paint, it looks like. And Brian, if you would, send in a separate text message with the date, the time, the amount, and all that kind of stuff, because the print on here on the text message with the, see, Bob, it's like a picture of a sign that you see in a store, like they put up at all the stores. I can't read all that. It's too small. Now, I've got me a pair of magnifying glasses in my office that I should put on. I look like a total nerd because we got the camera on right now. But there's a music concert coming to the city of Odom, sponsored by the City of Odom Recreation Department, and it's called A Little Bit of Country, A Little Bit of Rock and Roll. And if Brian, if you would send in just in a total separate text message, the date, the time, the amount of the tickets, who's going to be performing, and all that, because I can't read that. Can you read that, Bob? It's just too small.
Too far away.
Yeah, it's too far away from where you are. So if you would do that for us, Brian, I'd appreciate all the particular details you want us to put there outside of the little circular there. Or another question that just came in here. I know. Here's somebody just said while the water's blue, they're there at the fountain in downtown Jessup to honor the police departments. That makes sense to me. I've seen the signs around town in people's yards, and we should all do that. Honor the blue. Honor those men and women who go out there and help protect us.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. So I'm glad that the city of Jessup's honoring the blue, honoring the law enforcement and folks involved in that line of work. And so that's why the water's blue right now, apparently. That's good. All right, here's another question that just texted in here on the world-famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. And let's see here. See if I can find it. Okay, he says, what do y'all think about Republic's good neighbor proposal? Somebody says it sounds like blackmail to me. Are they interested only in money? So, Bob, you know a lot more about that than I do. Republic's made a proposal to the city or to the county saying the fact, okay, we won't bring in coal ash to make money that way, but we want to, increase tipping fees or something like that. I haven't really kept up with all the particulars on that.
Like I said, I'm not an expert on coal ash by any means. I'm not an expert on the proposal. All I know is what I cover at the meetings. Yeah. The last meeting I was at, it's basically a proposal where they go down and dissect it and decide what's good, what's bad, go back and forth. Meetings are set up. So I want to be concerned about that proposal at this time because it's not written in stone. It's just a proposal. It's just a proposal. So both sides want to work together and try to come up with what the best solution is. So
there's always several different sides to the issue, sometimes two, sometimes more than that. The best thing to do if you're, a citizen of Wayne County, you're concerned about it, is read the proposal, talk to your county commissioner about it, get their input, let them kind of explain it to you, what it'll mean, because you'll have one set of folks who'll talk about the total amount, say it's going to be, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever the case may be. Then you'll have another group that says, well, it's only an extra couple of bucks per household or whatever the case may be, and break it down to the finite level. So it's like anything else. You can present 2 or 3 different sides to a lot of different issues. So a person kind of has to make up their mind themselves by studying it and having somebody talk to them about it, the details of it, like their county commissioner, and go from there. So it's just a proposal, and you'll have the county and Republic talk back and forth. And it's like anything else. There'll probably be some compromising going on, and we'll see what happens. But people can present facts one way, and it makes it look bad. Other folks can present the facts another way and make it look good. But somewhere in the middle is usually where it lies. So make a decision for yourself, because that's going to be based on what a person thinks about it.
I'll just be totally honest. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about it. I don't lose sleep over it.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm more worried about how Wayne County's going to play against West Lawrence than I am.
And that's the truth, folks. He is more concerned about the regular football game, the very first regular season game coming up in 2 weeks from this past Friday. West Lawrence coming here to JC Stadium here in Jessup for the first regular season. Wayne County, there was the offense, everything that you thought it would be Friday night, Bob.
Very impressive. And I'm just ecstatic about what I saw Friday night. I said I saw a little bit during the summer at 7-on-7 is how efficient the offense was, how well the receivers caught the ball, how well Garrett threw the ball, but you don't really know until you line up against an opponent. And Thomas County Central, they may be a little bit down this year, but they are a traditional powerhouse football team. Just read their record the last 15 years. There's not a 4-6 record in there. It's 8-2, 7-3, 8-2, 9-1, 7-3. They were a second-round state playoff team last year. If you saw them line up, come out of the tunnel, they had a bunch of athletes on that football team. And for Wayne County to dominate the 3 quarters of offensive and defensive starters was very, very impressive. So it's going to be an exciting season. We said that from day one. Coach Cribb's brought a lot of excitement. He's brought a great staff in here. If you meet these people, talk to them, they're very knowledgeable, know what they're doing. The defensive staff, to put that defense out there to shut down Thomas County Central in the first 4 series with negative yards and 2 turnovers was very impressive to watch. So everything just looks very, very good at this point.
Good. Okay. All right, let's continue on with our messages coming in, Bob. And folks, we do appreciate you texting those in at 912-427-3711. And let's see here, getting back to the City of Odom Recreation Department's concert coming up. It's going to be on September 9th at 6 p.m. in the newly renovated Odom City Gym, which was the old Odom Elementary Gym there on Church Street. So the concert's going to be on September 9th at 6 p.m. Tickets are $10 in advance, $12 the door. Tickets are $12 at the door if tickets are left. They're selling real fast, so folks, if you want to go to this concert, you better get down and save yourself a couple bucks. It's going to be indoors, so you don't have to worry about the weather. And children 6 and under, are free. It's going to be featuring an Elvis tribute show that has been featured on HBO and Showtime. Country music recording artist Jay Collins, and opening act Wayne County's own Hannah Thornton. More information can be found at the Odom Recreation Department's Facebook page. Sounds like a great concert coming up in Odom, but only 300 tickets will be sold, folks. That's all that gym will hold. So, sounds like a great concert there. A little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of country. Fundraiser for the Odom Recreation Department on September 9th. Get to Odom and get that $10 ticket. Get several of them and take the family. All right, another text message just came in. It says there's going to be a crime watch meeting tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock at the Jessup Police Station. Now, do they have crime watch meetings for the entire city? I know when I lived in the city, we'd have it like for our neighborhood. For our neighborhood, we'd go and have a meeting. So you know how that works?
I'm not certain. I know they've had different neighborhood watch programs set up in different neighborhoods, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, this could be just a general overall meeting. So, crime watch meeting tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. at the Jessup Police Station. So, all you folks who live in Jessup might want to go to that. Let's see here. One just sent in that said J. I don't know what that meant. J-A-Y. Okay. Somebody just texted in. It says, it's amazing the difference a coaching staff can make. And, of course, they're talking about this year's coaching staff for the Wayne County Yellow Jackets.
Coach Cribb talked about it's one of the best staffs he's ever been around. But I said, talking to these guys during the summer and getting to know these guys, you know what kind of knowledge they have and what kind of resumes they do have. We met the offensive line coach. He came in. Next day, he's talking about a guy that played South Carolina. Remember, their all-decade team, played in Canadian football. There's just knowledgeable people on this staff.
Yeah, they are.
Just,
that's a lot of experience.
Walker was a defense coordinator at Colquitt High School for the last several years. And before Colquitt High School's defense done. So Mikey Ward, man, it's just a good group of coaches that are just very committed to bringing a good quality product. And Coach Cribb, brought the enthusiasm and experience. And again, he's brought this offense. We told the story, like I said, he came from Bluffton, South Carolina. We knew TOC covered South Carolina football. I called Ken Griner, Rick Snow, asked what can we expect from Coach Cribb. He said you can expect a lot of scoring. And Coach Cribb said the best when I asked him, that was the funny line too, what do you think about the band? He said, well, the band better know the fight song because they're going to play the bunch.
And what about the defense? What did you say, the first 4 drives?
First 4 drives.
The defense is awesome too.
But the whole team was just impressive. Like I said, unfortunately, no one was injured. I said Ashby Cribb's still nursing a knee injury. Hopefully get him back. And Starling, like I said, was in that car accident, didn't get to play. He was on the sidelines. He'll be back. So, just optimism is at an all-time high right now. But again, it's a long season. Just got to stay healthy.
Just stay healthy.
Like I said, West Lawrence is the next opponent. And like I said, take it one game at a time. And it's going to be the 25th. If you haven't got your season tickets, you got plenty of time to do that. Nicole Landon, call her at 427-1096, extension 813. But again, after Friday night's performance, walking around Saturday and going to different places, this town's buzzing about what they saw on Friday night. Right.
If you want tickets, get them.
People were very impressed with what they saw on Friday night.
Right. All right, let's move on to our next question here. Is today's court for school restitution?
Yes, this is the restitution hearing for the school board.
The grooms are at the Wayne County Courthouse today. They hope to have all this over with and everybody agreed on what's going to happen, right?
They're going to decide what's going to happen. The school system wants their $17,000 that Tony Williams found missing from the state budget, or for the school system's budget and cheerleading account, and the state audit proved that it was taken as well, and the state audit showed exact same amount that Tony Williams found. So the school system wants that money back, and today's the restitution hearing at the courthouse at 9:30.
Now, would the grooms have the opportunity to make payments on that, or do they have to pay it all at one time? Or
they're saying they don't want to pay any of it.
Oh, the grooms are saying they don't want to pay any of it.
Yeah, they're saying they didn't take the money. That's what.
But I thought they pled guilty.
They pled guilty to the theft charges.
The theft charge.
The individual people filed charges against them.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
This doesn't have anything to do with this is a separate
criminal, and this is the civil.
The school system didn't file criminal charges. The school system let them resign.
Right.
Individual parents who she stole money from filed criminal charges.
But she allegedly stole money from, because she had admitted it.
They pled guilty
to it.
They're convicted felons.
Okay.
They pled guilty to those theft charges.
Okay, but they don't want to pay the money back.
They don't want to pay the school system back.
They don't want to pay the school system back.
This is different money. They've already agreed to pay the restitution to the parents who filed the complaints.
Okay. This is for the school now.
This is the school wanting their $17,000 that they know they took from the cheerleading account.
Okay, all right.
The grooms are saying they didn't take it. That's the issue.
But they're saying they didn't take it. The school system's saying they did. So we still have to use the word allegedly until they're either convicted or
they're not going to be. There's no conviction. It's whether they have to pay it or not. They've already been convicted on the criminal charges that were filed by individuals. That's over with. They pled guilty to it. They're convicted felons. They've been sentenced to 5 years probation, restitution to those parents who say they took their money. So they have to pay that back.
They got to pay that back.
They had to forfeit their teaching certificate, and they've been banished from the Brunswick Judicial Circuit for 5 years. This is a separate issue. This is the school system wanting their restitution.
They want their money back.
They want their money back as well.
Okay. But the grooms are saying they didn't take the school's money.
Take the school's money.
Okay, so the grooms are saying they didn't take the school money, but they've got things worked out with the parents. So that's what's going on. Said yes. So the answer to the question is yes. Today's court is for school restitution.
9:30 with Judge Carlin on the bench.
All right.
Hopefully it'll be over today.
Okay. All right.
People ready to put this behind us.
Yep. Put it behind us.
Done with the fake raffle, the fake sign, and the $10,000 note that the assistant coach still having to pay back. I mean, it's just a litany of garbage. Ready for this garbage to be over with.
Okay. All right. So hopefully that answered the person's question, because Bob knows all the details on that. I don't. All right. It says, Butch, would you mind mentioning our 25th anniversary at the House of Worship on Lanesbridge Road here in Jessup, Sunday, August 27th at 10 a.m. Everyone is welcome. We have a meal following the service. Both you and I got invitations to that. House of Worship.
Yeah, right.
House of Worship 25th anniversary. All right. That's it, Bob. We're out of time. I'm not going to read the next message. It's not really nice. All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup. Read it, Bob. Read it right there. The top one.